Chosen ones, what I'm about to share will change everything you thought you knew. If you're watching this right now, know this, it's not by accident. God has brought you here because he has an invitation that you cannot afford to ignore. The call is urgent and it is for you. God wants to meet you, and no matter the cost, it's time to accept this invitation. The very moment you choose to step into what's being offered, your life will never be the same. This isn't just a simple invitation. This is a divine moment, a powerful encounter that will transform you from the inside out. You've been waiting for a sign, for a shift, and I'm here to tell you, this is it. But here's the truth. You must be ready to answer. No turning back. If you feel the pull deep within your soul, then this message is for you. Before we dive deeper, take a moment to pause and do these three things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 40,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 77. This number is a divine signal, a sign that you are aligning with something greater than yourself. If you're truly ready, you'll watch this video until the end, because in your spirit, you know this is your invitation. And when you accept it, nothing will ever be the same. Now let's begin. God's call doesn't come with a price tag. Rather, it comes with a promise of transformation, of divine wisdom, and of the kind of life you've always dreamed of. Yes, accepting the call may involve sacrifices. There may be moments when you feel the weight of the world bearing down on you, questioning whether you're ready for what's ahead. But here's the truth. Nothing of great value comes without a cost. And the price you pay for embracing God's call will pale in comparison to the rewards you will receive. Accepting God's invitation is not simply a choice. It's a declaration that you trust in something bigger than yourself. It's a recognition that the path ahead, though filled with challenges, will lead to deep fulfillment, lasting peace, and divine power. The cost might involve letting go of old habits, fears, or attachments that have held you back, but these are only temporary burdens in light of the eternal benefits. It's about aligning yourself with the divine flow of the universe and choosing to walk the path of truth, purpose, and light. Even when the journey seems uncertain, remember this. God's plans are always for your highest good. Every sacrifice, every challenge will reveal something greater within you. Embrace the cost because the reward is far beyond your imagination. By accepting this divine call, you will unlock the doors to your true potential, awakening a power within you that will guide and sustain you. Transformation is not just a buzzword, it's a divine process that takes you from who you are today to the extraordinary person you were always meant to be. When you say yes to God's invitation, you open yourself to a process of radical change that affects every area of your life. This divine transformation is not superficial. It goes deep, penetrating the very core of your being, reshaping your thoughts, your actions, and your worldview. Embracing this transformation means shedding old identities that no longer serve you and stepping into a new way of being. It's about recognizing the divine potential within you and allowing it to manifest in powerful ways. As you grow in your relationship with God, you'll start to see your life with fresh eyes, full of purpose and clarity. The transformation might come with moments of discomfort, as all growth does, but it will also bring a profound sense of freedom and joy that you've never known before. This divine transformation is the key to unlocking the power you've always had within you, but never fully accessed. It's an awakening to the greatness that has always resided in your soul, waiting for the right moment to emerge. And that moment is now. Step into it, and you will never look back. When God invites you to meet with him, he is offering you more than just a conversation. He is offering you a complete overhaul of your life. This invitation is the doorway to a new reality, one that is brimming with purpose, clarity, and divine alignment. It's an opportunity to break free from the limitations that have held you captive for so long and to step into a life of abundance and peace. This is not just a chance to learn about God. It's a chance to experience him. It's about allowing him to enter the deepest parts of your heart and mind, bringing with him wisdom, healing, and transformation. The divine opportunity before you isn't about simply becoming a better person. It's about becoming the truest version of yourself, aligned with your divine calling and purpose. The path might be challenging at times, but the rewards are immeasurable. Think about it. This is a chance to witness miracles unfold in your life, to experience divine favor and grace in ways you've never imagined. The more you embrace God's invitation, the more you'll find yourself operating at a higher frequency, with access to spiritual insights and guidance that will illuminate your way. Don't let this moment slip by. It's a life-changing opportunity that will shape the trajectory of your destiny. Fear and doubt are natural companions when we are faced with a life-altering decision. When God calls, it's not uncommon for those feelings to arise. Fear of the unknown, doubt about our worthiness, uncertainty about the challenges ahead. But remember, it's in these moments of fear and doubt that your greatest strength is forged. The key is to move forward, even when you don't have all the answers. God doesn't call the perfect. He calls those who are willing to trust in His plan, even when it doesn't make sense. Fear may be a part of the journey, but it does not have the power to stop you unless you allow it. Embrace the call with the understanding that the divine strength you need is already within you. Every step you take toward answering God's invitation is a victory over fear. It's an affirmation that you are not alone in this journey, that God is with you every step of the way. As you let go of doubt and fear, you'll begin to experience a profound shift within yourself. You'll start to see that those feelings were only temporary obstacles designed to test your faith. When you choose to step forward in faith, the doubts and fears will begin to dissipate, replaced by a powerful sense of peace and confidence that comes from knowing you're walking in God's will. When you accept God's invitation, something profound happens. A spiritual awakening begins to unfold within you. This awakening is not just an intellectual understanding of God, it's a heart-level revelation that transforms the very essence of who you are. You begin to see the world through new eyes, with a heightened awareness of the spiritual truths that govern everything around you. This awakening brings with it a deep sense of inner peace and clarity as you realize that everything in your life is divinely orchestrated. It's a realization that you are part of a much larger plan, one that transcends your individual struggles and desires. The more you embrace this awakening, the more you begin to align with God's divine energy. And with it comes a sense of freedom and empowerment that is unparalleled. Accepting God's invitation is like opening the door to a new reality, one where you are more connected to the divine and to your higher self than ever before. It's a profound spiritual awakening that will change your perception of life and your purpose within it forever. This is just the beginning of the extraordinary journey that awaits you. To accept the divine invitation is to understand that every profound encounter carries a cost. It's not a financial cost, but one that requires a deep surrender of your old ways of thinking, living, and relating to the world around you. When God calls you, it's not just about walking into a meeting, it's about stepping into a divine alignment that might feel uncomfortable at times. The life you once knew will begin to shift, and with that shift comes the need to let go of things that no longer serve you. This divine encounter will challenge your old habits, fears, and attachments. You may find yourself called to release relationships or situations that have held you back, and this can feel painful. However, know this: the cost is never too great in comparison to the spiritual rewards that await you. As you release what no longer serves your higher purpose, God will replace it with a deeper peace, greater clarity, and more meaningful connections. The cost of meeting with God is the willingness to be transformed, to allow your old self to dissolve so that the new you, aligned with divine wisdom, can emerge. But this is where true freedom lies. In releasing the past, you make space for the future God is preparing for you. And that future, it's nothing short of miraculous. God's invitation is not a random occurrence. It's divine timing, a moment in your life that has been carefully planned. He doesn't just want to meet you at any time. He wants to meet you now, at this exact point in your life, because He knows that this is the moment of your spiritual awakening. The struggles you've been facing, the questions that have plagued your mind, and the desires you've held in your heart, all of these are part of His grand design. God's timing is perfect. He knows exactly where you are and exactly what you need. This meeting is not by chance. It's an opportunity to connect with the divine energy that will propel you into the next phase of your purpose. He wants to meet you now because you are ready whether you realize it or not. This is the time you've been waiting for. The challenges you've faced, the moments of doubt, all lead to this divine invitation. It's now that you will receive the wisdom and clarity to understand your life's purpose more deeply. And in this divine meeting, God will provide you with the strength, guidance, and resources to overcome the obstacles that are ahead. This is not just about personal growth. It's about entering into a partnership with God, where His power flows through you, equipping you to walk the path He has laid before you. When you accept God's invitation, you align yourself with a divine purpose that brings unimaginable freedom and power into your life. This alignment is not about doing more. It's about being more. It's about being who God created you to be, fully expressing your divine potential. When you are aligned with God, everything in your life starts to flow effortlessly. Decisions become clearer, relationships become healthier, and your purpose becomes undeniable. This divine alignment is the source of true freedom. It's the freedom that comes from knowing that you are walking in step with God's will, that you are living the life you were always meant to live. It's the freedom of releasing the weight of trying to control everything and instead trusting in God's plan for you. As you align with God's purpose, the power that flows through you is undeniable. You become a beacon of light and strength to others, and your life becomes a living testimony of God's greatness. The more you embrace this divine alignment, the more you'll experience the peace and power that come with knowing you are fulfilling your highest purpose. This is the kind of freedom that transcends all worldly struggles, a freedom that comes from knowing that you are walking with the Creator of the universe. When you say yes to God's invitation, you are opening yourself to the guidance that will elevate your life to new heights. Divine guidance is not just about hearing God's voice. It's about recognizing the ways in which He leads you through both the big and small moments. When you align yourself with God's will, His guidance becomes your compass, showing you the way when you feel lost, providing answers when you seek them, and offering peace when you face uncertainty. This divine guidance has the power to elevate every aspect of your life. It will help you make decisions that align with your higher purpose, leading you to experiences that will cultivate growth and fulfillment. Whether you are navigating your career, relationships, or personal development, divine guidance will always point you in the right direction. It will help you avoid pitfalls and make choices that align with the greater good of your soul and your destiny. As you trust and follow this guidance, you will see your life shift in miraculous ways. Opportunities will present themselves, doors will open, and you'll begin to step into a life of divine alignment, knowing that you are being led by a higher power that always has your best interest at heart. The path to meeting with God is not always a smooth one. In fact, challenges will arise. Moments when you question your decision, when the road ahead seems too difficult, and when you feel like giving up. But it is in these moments of challenge that your faith is strengthened. The very obstacles you face are opportunities to grow stronger in your trust in God and in your understanding of His power. Facing challenges on the path to God's invitation is a natural part of the process. These challenges are not meant to break you, but to build you. Each struggle is an opportunity for you to deepen your reliance on God, to trust that He is with you in the midst of your trials. When you encounter obstacles, remember that God uses these moments to refine your character, to prepare you for the extraordinary plans He has for you. When you encounter difficulties, don't see them as signs of failure, but as signs that you are on the right path. The challenges are there to help you grow, to strengthen your faith, and to equip you for the divine purpose that is unfolding in your life. When you accept God's invitation, you tap into a realm of unseen forces, spiritual energies that work behind the scenes to align your life with divine purpose. You may not always see these forces at work, but know they are powerful and they are guiding you every step of the way. God's angels, the Holy Spirit, and His divine presence work in harmony to ensure that the path ahead is paved with the resources, wisdom, and opportunities you need to fulfill your calling. These unseen forces are constantly working on your behalf, orchestrating events, opening doors, and protecting you from harm. They are the divine support system that ensures you are never walking alone. When you answer God's call, you enter into a partnership with the spiritual realm, where God's power flows through you and His angels move to protect and guide you. Trust in these unseen forces. Trust that they are working on your behalf, even when you cannot see the full picture. And as you trust, you will witness the miraculous unfold in your life in ways you could never have imagined. Life is filled with obstacles, challenges that may cause us to question God's plan for us. But trust is the foundation of answering God's invitation. Even when the road is rough, even when the obstacles seem insurmountable, trust that God's plan is always for your highest good. Trust that He is using every obstacle as an opportunity to grow your character, deepen your faith, and guide you toward the destiny He has prepared for you. When you trust God's plan, you are saying, I believe that His wisdom is greater than mine, and I will follow His lead no matter what. This trust allows you to move forward with peace, knowing that the challenges are not signs of failure, but rather tools for your growth. And as you trust, you will see how God's plan unfolds in ways that exceed your expectations. Trusting God's plan doesn't mean the journey will be easy. It means that you have the confidence to walk through the difficulties, knowing that He is with you every step of the way, guiding you toward the future He has designed for you. While the benefits of answering God's call are immediate, there are also eternal rewards that await you. These rewards are not of this world. They transcend the temporary struggles and challenges you may face. When you align with God's purpose, you are not just shaping your present life. You are securing a future filled with divine blessings, joy, and peace. The eternal rewards of accepting God's invitation include an everlasting relationship with the divine, a life of fulfillment that extends into eternity, and the knowledge that you have lived a life of purpose and impact. These rewards are far greater than anything this world can offer, and they are yours for the taking. The richness of these eternal rewards is found not just in what you gain, but in the love, peace, and connection you experience with God and those around you. This is a gift that lasts forever, a legacy that transcends time and impacts generations to come. The ultimate gift of accepting God's invitation is the opportunity to step into your true purpose. This is the moment when you begin to understand why you were created, why your life matters, and how you are uniquely designed to fulfill a divine purpose that only you can accomplish. Meeting with God is not just about personal growth. It's about discovering and embracing the calling that has been placed on your life from the very beginning. When you step into your true purpose, you align with the divine plan that has always been unfolding for you. This is the moment when you move from merely existing to living with intention and passion, knowing that every step you take is part of a greater purpose. God has equipped you with everything you need to fulfill your destiny, and now is the time to embrace it fully. By stepping into your true purpose, you are not only transforming your own life, you are impacting the lives of others in ways you can't yet imagine. This is the power of God's meeting with you. It propels you into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. There are moments in life when you realize that everything you once knew is about to change. This is what happens when you accept God's invitation. Your entire perspective on life is turned upside down, and the world begins to look different. The divine encounter is not just a meeting, it is a transformational experience that touches the very core of who you are. It is a moment when your soul is awakened to the fullness of God's presence, bringing clarity and purpose to every step you take. When you meet with God, you realize that your past mistakes, fears, and doubts do not define you. You begin to see that everything you've gone through has been preparing you for this moment. The transformation is both internal and external as you are aligned with divine wisdom that shifts your way of thinking, feeling, and acting. It's a process that can feel overwhelming at times, but it is one that leads you to a place of true freedom, peace, and confidence. This divine encounter doesn't just change the way you view your life, it changes the way you experience it. You begin to see possibilities where there once were obstacles, and challenges turn into opportunities for growth. You are no longer a passive participant in your own life. You are now an active co-creator with God, moving toward your highest purpose with clarity and intention. Embrace this divine transformation. Let it renew your mind, refresh your spirit, and inspire your actions. There is a new version of you waiting to emerge, one that is more powerful, more purposeful, and more aligned with God's will. The divine invitation is not simply an invitation to meet with God, it is an invitation to surrender. Surrender is not a sign of weakness, it is an act of trust, an acknowledgement that God's plan for you is greater than any plans you could devise on your own. This call to surrender is a call to release your need for control, to let go of the old patterns of thinking that no longer serve you, and to allow God to lead you toward a higher purpose. Surrendering to God's will does not mean giving up your dreams, desires, or individuality. Rather, it is the act of aligning your deepest desires with the divine flow. When you surrender, you let go of fear and resistance, allowing God's purpose to unfold in your life. It's a willingness to trust that no matter how difficult the journey may seem, the outcome will be worth it. Surrender is often misunderstood as giving up, but in truth, it is the act of giving in to divine wisdom. It is the acknowledgement that God's vision for your life is far more expansive than you could ever conceive. Surrender brings peace, for it removes the internal struggle between your plans and God's greater plan. In surrender, you find a sense of calm and certainty that you are exactly where you need to be. When you surrender, you open yourself to a life of divine guidance, purpose, and meaning. Letting go may feel difficult at first, but it is through surrender that you unlock the fullness of your potential. Trust in God's wisdom, for in doing so, you embrace a future full of possibilities and purpose beyond your wildest dreams. There is no such thing as coincidence in God's plan. Everything happens according to divine timing, and your life is unfolding exactly as it should. Embracing divine timing means trusting that the moments you experience, whether joyful or challenging, are all part of a bigger picture. The call to meet with God comes at a time when you are ready to receive it, even if you don't fully understand why now is the right time. God's timing doesn't always align with our own understanding of when things should happen. Sometimes we feel impatient, frustrated, or confused, wondering why our prayers have not been answered sooner. But divine timing is perfect. The delay or waiting is not a punishment, it is preparation. God is guiding you toward your next step, shaping your heart, mind, and spirit to receive the blessings and purpose He has in store for you. When you embrace divine timing, you begin to release the need to control the outcome of your life. You let go of the anxiety of when and trust that God is orchestrating everything for your highest good. Each moment, whether it feels slow or fast, is an opportunity to learn, grow, and prepare for what's ahead. Trusting the journey means trusting that the timing is always right, even if it doesn't make sense to you in the moment. The peace that comes with embracing divine timing is unmatched. You stop feeling rushed and start to trust the rhythm of your life, knowing that every season has a purpose. Your willingness to trust in God's timing opens the door to incredible growth and transformation, allowing you to walk through life with confidence and serenity, knowing that you are always in the right place at the right time. God's invitation is not just an invitation to a meeting, it's an invitation to awaken to the higher version of yourself. This is a call to step into the person you were always meant to be, a person full of purpose, power, and divine wisdom. When you accept this call, you begin to realize that you are far more than you ever imagined. The life you've been living up until now was only a glimpse of the greatness within you. Awakening to your higher self means recognizing your inherent worth, embracing your divine calling, and aligning your life with the truth of who you are. It is a journey of self-discovery that leads to the realization that you are not just an individual, you are a beloved child of God, created for greatness. This awakening doesn't happen overnight. It is a process of stepping into your true identity, one divine revelation at a time. As you awaken to your higher self, you begin to see life through the eyes of possibility. You stop living in fear and start living in faith, knowing that you have the power to create the life you've always desired. Your relationships, your career, and your purpose all begin to align as you step into the fullness of who you were created to be. The journey is one of continuous growth, but with each step, you move closer to your divine potential. Embrace the power of God's call to awaken to your higher self. It's a call to step into greatness, to rise above the limitations you once placed on yourself, and to realize that you are capable of far more than you ever dreamed. This is the moment when everything changes, and you are free to become the person God always intended you to be. One of the biggest obstacles on the path to answering God's call is the resistance we feel within ourselves. This resistance often comes in the form of limiting beliefs, thoughts that tell us we're not good enough, not worthy enough, or not capable of living the life God has planned for us. But the truth is that these beliefs are not rooted in reality. They are simply the lies we have allowed ourselves to believe. Overcoming resistance requires a willingness to challenge these beliefs, to look them squarely in the face and say, I am worthy, I am capable, I am a child of God, and I am called for a higher purpose. These limiting beliefs do not define you. They are merely obstacles that stand in the way of your divine destiny. It's time to let go of the stories you've been telling yourself about your limitations and step into the truth of who you are. As you let go of these limiting beliefs, you create space for divine truth to enter your life. You begin to see that the obstacles you once saw as insurmountable are actually stepping stones to your higher purpose. The more you release fear and embrace faith, the more you will see God's power at work in your life, guiding you toward a future full of hope, peace, and possibility. Trust in your ability to overcome resistance. With every step of faith, you are breaking free from the chains that have bound you, and you are stepping into a life that is full of divine potential. Your true self is waiting to emerge. Don't let anything hold you back from becoming the person God has called you to be. When you accept God's call, you are not walking this journey alone. Divine support surrounds you at every step, lifting you up when you feel weak and guiding you when you feel lost. This support comes in many forms: the Holy Spirit's gentle whisper, the encouragement of loved ones, or the miraculous way that doors open when you need them the most. God's support is unshakable and unwavering, and it will carry you through even the most challenging times. You may feel moments of doubt, but in those moments, remember that God is always with you, providing the strength you need to persevere. His support is not just a safety net, it is a powerful force that equips you to face the difficulties that come with answering his call. It's the strength that allows you to stand tall when the world feels like it's crashing down around you. As you continue on your journey, you will begin to notice the countless ways in which divine support manifests in your life. People will appear to offer encouragement when you need it most. Opportunities will present themselves that seem too perfect to be a coincidence. This is God's hand at work, showing you that you are never alone on this path. When you lean into God's divine support, you will find a strength within you that you never knew existed. It's the strength to face your fears, overcome obstacles, and rise to your true calling. Embrace this support, for it is the source of the resilience and courage you need to navigate the journey ahead. Answering God's call is not just about making a decision, it's about experiencing a miraculous transformation that will reshape your life in ways you never imagined. The moment you say yes to the divine invitation, you open yourself to the possibility of experiencing miracles. These miracles are not just grand, showy events. They are the small, everyday moments where you see God's hand at work in your life. As you step into this transformation, you begin to experience changes that go beyond the physical realm. You will notice shifts in your relationships, your mindset, and your understanding of the world. What once seemed impossible will now feel possible as you witness the miraculous power of God's guidance. The life you are living is no longer your own. It is a life that is aligned with divine purpose, and in that alignment, miracles unfold. These transformations don't happen because of your own strength. They happen because you have chosen to trust in God's power. You've allowed his wisdom and love to flow through you, and in doing so, you've opened yourself to the kind of transformation that only divine intervention can bring. The changes are deep, profound, and permanent. As you move forward with a renewed sense of purpose, power, and peace, answering God's call is a step into the miraculous. It is the gateway to a life that is filled with divine wonder and transformation. The journey ahead may not always be easy, but it will be filled with the kind of transformation that only God can provide. A transformation that will leave you forever changed. The moment you accept God's invitation, you unleash a divine. The potential within you is waiting to be expressed. This potential is not something that you create. It is already inside of you, placed there by the Creator. When you combine your faith with action, you activate this potential and begin to step into the life you were always meant to live. One of the biggest obstacles on the path to answering God's call is the resistance we feel within ourselves. This resistance often comes in the form of limiting beliefs, thoughts that tell us we're not good enough, not worthy enough, or not capable of living the life God has planned for us. But the truth is that these beliefs are not rooted in reality. They are simply the lies we have allowed ourselves to believe. Overcoming resistance requires a willingness to challenge these beliefs, to look them squarely in the face and say, I am worthy, I am capable, I am a child of God, and I am called for a higher purpose. These limiting beliefs do not define you. They are merely obstacles that stand in the way of your divine destiny. It's time to let go of the stories you've been telling yourself about your limitations and step into the truth of who you are. As you let go of these limiting beliefs, you create space for divine truth to enter your life. You begin to see that the obstacles you once saw as insurmountable are actually stepping stones to your higher purpose. The more you release fear and embrace faith, the more you will see God's power at work in your life, guiding you toward a future full of hope, peace, and possibility. Trust in your ability to overcome resistance. With every step of faith, you are breaking free from the chains that have bound you, and you are stepping into a life that is full of divine potential. Your true self is waiting to emerge. Don't let anything hold you back from becoming the person God has called you to be. When you accept God's call, you are not walking this journey alone. Divine support surrounds you at every step, lifting you up when you feel weak and guiding you when you feel lost. This support comes in many forms: the Holy Spirit's gentle whisper, the encouragement of loved ones, or the miraculous way that doors open when you need them the most. God's support is unshakable and unwavering, and it will carry you through even the most challenging times. You may feel moments of doubt, but in those moments, remember that God is always with you, providing the strength you need to persevere. His support is not just a safety net, it is a powerful force that equips you to face the difficulties that come with answering His call. It's the strength that allows you to stand tall when the world feels like it's crashing down around you. As you continue on your journey, you will begin to notice the countless ways in which divine support manifests in your life. People will appear to offer encouragement when you need it most. Opportunities will present themselves that seem too perfect to be a coincidence. This is God's hand at work, showing you that you are never alone on this path. When you lean into God's divine support, you will find a strength within you that you never knew existed. It's the strength to face your fears, overcome obstacles, and rise to your true calling. Embrace this support, for it is the source of the resilience and courage you need to navigate the journey ahead. Answering God's call is not just about making a decision, it's about experiencing a miraculous transformation that will reshape your life in ways you never imagined. The moment you say yes to the divine invitation, you open yourself to the possibility of experiencing miracles. These miracles are not just grand, showy events. They are the small, everyday moments where you see God's hand at work in your life. As you step into this transformation, you begin to experience changes that go beyond the physical realm. You will notice shifts in your relationships, your mindset, and your understanding of the world. What once seemed impossible will now feel possible as you witness the miraculous power of God's guidance. The life you are living is no longer your own. It is a life that is aligned with divine purpose, and in that alignment, miracles unfold. These transformations don't happen because of your own strength. They happen because you have chosen to trust in God's power. You've allowed His wisdom and love to flow through you, and in doing so, you've opened yourself to the kind of transformation that only divine intervention can bring. The changes are deep, profound, and permanent. As you move forward with a renewed sense of purpose, power, and peace, answering God's call is a step into the miraculous. It is the gateway to a life that is filled with divine wonder and transformation. The journey ahead may not always be easy, but it will be filled with the kind of transformation that only God can provide. A transformation that will leave you forever changed. The moment you accept God's invitation, you unleash a divine potential within you that is waiting to be expressed. This potential is not something that you create. It is already inside of you, placed there by the Creator. When you combine your faith with action, you activate this potential and begin to step into the life you were always meant to live.